What's up? Tyler, Winkling Bow Reviews here. It's time to talk about a concert review of Megadeth's 20th anniversary of Countdown to Extinction tour, which also featured Kyng. I saw this show in Atlantic City, New Jersey at the House of Blues last night, actually. And man, what a show. First of all, House of Blues, first time I've ever been there. Very nice venue. It's very open, very wide. It kind of reminded me of the Sonar, just bigger. If anybody's been to the Sonar in Baltimore, Maryland, that's what it kind of reminded me of. Very, very nice place. I would definitely recommend you go there for a show sometime. And I'm hopefully going to be back there at some point in the future. I don't know when, but it's a venue I would like to return to. So yeah, the bill was only Megadeth and Kyng. So the night started with Kyng. I got there a little bit, probably like 8:15. Kyng went on at 8, so I missed a few songs. But from what I saw, Kyng is an excellent live band. They're one of the better acts, and I've only seen them twice, and they're a fairly new band. They're one of the better acts that really takes their CD and applies it to their live performance and sounds flawless. Their vocals, the guitar, everything is just fucking awesome when they play. The one thing that I really love about that band is the vocal harmonies between the lead singer and the bassist, and they're so flawless with them live, and they're very energetic even though there's only 3 members, and the drummer is freaking insane. He just pounds all over his kit, doing one time he did blast beats, another time he's just like wailing, you know. A very, very entertaining live band, very great song structure, and everything about this band I really enjoy. I saw them open up for In Flames and Trivium in January, so it was cool to see them again. I mean, this band has been touring like non-stop with some huge bands. Now they're with Megadeth. They toured with In Flames. They've toured, just did a tour with Seether, and you know, they did a tour with Clutch, and a whole bunch of bands that they're touring with, and it's a great band. I'm really looking forward. I think Kyng has a very bright future, and a lot more popularity to come for them. So definitely check out Kyng if you've never heard of them, because they are fantastic, both live and on the record. So, and they also got some Megadeth chant going during their set, which I thought was kind of neat. But anyways, after Kyng was done, it was about maybe a half an hour changeover between Kyng and Megadeth, and Megadeth had an excellent stage setup. They had a big 2 like screen type things that they would play like footage on or something, and like background to add to the stage performance and bring it to life, and that was awesome. Then they had another one hanging up in the back, and that one was huge. And before Megadeth came on, maybe about 10 minutes before, they broadcasted Dave Mustaine back in his room, his changing room, I guess, or you know, one of the rooms backstage, and he got up in the camera and he's like, "Atlantic City, are you ready?" and all this stuff. I thought that was really cool. You don't really see that much. So I just thought that was a very nice way. They had a really cool intro, very cool graphic animations on those screens I was talking about that said Megadeth. They came out, they played, obviously the focus was Countdown to Extinction, their 1992 record. They played that in its entirety. I'll get to that then. But the other songs, they only played 5 other songs, totaling about 16 songs total. They opened up with Trust. They opened with Trust on Mayhem 2011 when I saw them, last time I saw them. So I thought that was cool. And they played Trust, Hangar 18, and Public Enemy #1 off of 13. And they played those. They opened with those 3 songs, and then they went into Countdown to Extinction. And then they ended with Holy Wars, of course, and right before that they played Peace Self. So those songs sounded excellent, but there's one gripe I have. Right in the beginning, about until Public Enemy #1, their 3rd song, their sound was horrible. You couldn't understand a damn thing Dave Mustaine was singing at all. And even when he would talk by himself, it was like really hard to understand him. And like the vocals were turned out way too low. One of the guitars was practically off. I noticed that Chris Broderick's guitar you could barely hear unless he was soloing, and I didn't like that. About when it got to Public Enemy #1, things started to sound a lot better, started to sound a lot fuller. It was just one of those weird things that you see a lot live when a band, or maybe even the headliner comes on, they're really quiet and they have to like dial the sound in. It was really bad for this, but they got it dialed in about the third song, and it was excellent mix from there. You could really hear everything crystal clear, and it was cool. Moving on to Countdown to Extinction that they played. I was so excited when I heard this tour got announced, and damn, to hear some of those songs live was incredible. You know, they usually play like Sweating Bullets and Symphony of Destruction off of that, you know, but they don't really play any of the other ones too often. And to hear songs, one of my personal favorite songs is the title track, Countdown to Extinction. That's one of my personal favorite Megadeth songs. To hear that song live was just absolutely amazing to me. I love that song, everything about it. The lead during the chorus itself is freaking killer. And that harmony in the middle, that doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. I probably sound retarded, but that was just so cool to see live, and to just see, you know, Dave Mustaine just like bobbing his head, walking across the stage, just like, yeah, dude, I'm feeling it, and I'm Dave Mustaine, and I can, you know, jam. I'm the singer of Megadeth, Megadeth, and you know, that was really cool. And some of the other songs they played, Ashes in Your Mouth, was awesome. And some songs you don't realize how kind of raw and just aggressive they really are. The album doesn't do justice until you hear it live. I think the best example of that is Psychotron. They played Psychotron, I was like, damn, I've always liked that song. That's a great song. And when they played it live, I feel that they should play that song live a lot more, because it's got such a groove to it. It's a very heavy song, and that got a lot of people headbanging and all that stuff. So that was fun to see. Captive Honor was cool. Man, For Closure of a Dream, Architecture of Aggression. No, they played the whole album flawlessly. They definitely executed well everything that's actually on the album. And it was a treat to see. I saw them play Rust in Peace live the first time I saw them on the American Carnage tour with Testament Slayer. So it's cool to see Megadeth for the third time, and it's their second album that they played in its entirety. So, you know, Rust in Peace and Countdown to Extinction are in my top 3 favorite Megadeth albums. I'd say Rust in Peace is probably my favorite, but Euthanasia is my second favorite, and then I'd say Countdown to Extinction. So if they do a tour in 2 more years, did Euthanasia, oh my gosh, I'd flip out. Anyways, Dave Mustaine sounded very good. You know, let me say this. Before I saw Megadeth the very first time in 2010, I would watch footage of Megadeth live DVDs. I had their live in that one night, I think it's Buenos Aires or whatever, that they put out a while ago. I had that, I watched that, I would watch YouTube footage, all that stuff, and I always thought Dave Mustaine was very kind of lackluster sounding live. But then you actually hear him live, and he sounds great. It's just one of those things. Megadeth is a band that even if you're not truly into them, I know people that have seen Megadeth and they're not truly into them, and they're like, damn, Megadeth just stole the show. They kill you with their amazing live performance. They don't have flashy, you know, lights. I mean, they have lights, of course, but like, what am I thinking? Pyrotechnics. They don't have that stuff. They have just a raw, aggressive performance that is executed so flawlessly. And Dave Mustaine sounded very great when I saw him. Once they got the sound dialed in, everybody sounded great. At the backing vocals, David Ellison is an amazing bassist, and he was spot on. Sean Driver was spot on. Everything was great about their performance, and I'm excited. Being able to see Vic Rattlehead come out, kind of Megadeth channeling their inner Iron Maiden, having Vic Rattlehead walking around stage pointing, going like this, you know, it was really cool. There was your usual drunk people there, and it was kind of funny. Dave Mustaine was going on about how there's 47 states that want to secede from the United States, and the head of CNN is happy that troops are committing suicide and all this stuff. And you know, Dave Mustaine is almost like a very political figurehead in metal. You know, he's the guy that really talks politics a lot in the metal universe. But Dave Mustaine was going on about all this stuff, and there's some drunk guy behind me. He's like, "Shut the fuck up, asshole, and play music." And it was kind of funny. You had to be there, but it was really funny. Overall, Megadeth is definitely a band that you have to see live at some point, like him or not. They'll really impress you. If you're thinking about going this tour, do it. If you're a fan of Megadeth, this is an excellent treat. I mean, who doesn't want to see Countdown to Extinction played live in its entirety? Because it's certainly a treat, and they do it very well. Also, check out Kyng, great band. So go to this show, support Megadeth, support Kyng. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the love and subscribers. Some cool stuff still coming towards the end of the year. Lots more concerts for sure. And so yeah, that's all I have to say. Oh, and when I left, there was like some really fat chick. Like hold on. The venue is on a boardwalk. You know, whatever, Atlantic City. It's on the boardwalk. I went outside. I was leaving, and there was some fat chick giving a black guy a blowjob in public on the bench. So I'm going to leave you with that thought. Weekly Metal Views, Tyler, Megadeth, Kyng, yay!